So St. Patrick's Day is fast approaching, and of course you know I love the holidays, and so I thought I'd do something fun. We got in these great packets of satin, and I wondered about quilting with satin. I wasn't sure it could be done. So I went to my favorite pattern, Yellow Brick Road, which is a fat quarter base pattern. These are all half yard cuts, but you can easily cut them into fat quarters, and made this great quilt using all these different colors of green. It's just gorgeous. After we quilted over it, it's beautiful. And I even made a little one that I threw in the wash, and it washed great. It did shrink probably about an inch, but it washed great. I was really tickled. So then I also put together, using the Scrappy Four-Patch tutorial, I made these checkerboard table runners that have the shamrocks in the corners. They're just a lot of fun to celebrate St. Patty's Day with your family. Make a little shamrock table runner. So let's go back to the table and I'll show you exactly how to make those shamrocks. So here we are at the table, and let me show you how to do this project. First, you're going to make 4 patches. We're going to use the Scrappy Four-Patch method. There's a tutorial for that online. It's called Scrappy Four-Patch. You'll never have to cut out a little square, and you'll be able to make this checkerboard look really easy. Out of one green charm pack and 1 white charm pack, you'll probably get 2 table runners. So that makes it fun too. It's a lot of bang for your buck. You're going to need a 4-inch piece on the end, and really a lot of this can be left up to you how long you want your table runner. You know, you could make it a long table runner, you could make it short, you could make it square. It's however you put it together. But I used a 4-inch piece on the end of mine to put my shamrocks on. Shamrocks stump people sometimes because they think they're hard, but let me show you how easy they are. We're going to put one of the green pieces from our charm pack, and we're going to iron it onto this HeatnBond. And you see I've got mine fused on here. When you iron on HeatnBond, you're going to make sure the bumpy side is up and iron it down, and then we're going to make some shamrocks. So let me show you how easy that is. There's a whole lot of love in a shamrock, because all a shamrock is really is hearts. It's 3 little hearts or 4 depending upon the size of the shamrock you want to make, or if you want a lucky 4-leaf clover. Oh, I almost said that in an Irish accent. The 4-leaf clover. Well, that was a terrible Irish. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make some hearts, and that's going to make our shamrock. And when you make hearts, what I like to do, I've got a bunch cut out here and I'll show you, is I like to just make a fold, and then I hold the 2 folds together, and I take my scissors and I put them on the fold, and I come up a little bit, curve around, and come straight down and make the point. So you're cutting out a half a heart, and it'll be identical on either side. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to go over to the ironing board, and I'll show you what we do next. So over here, we are going to peel the papers off our hearts, and we're going to lay them on our little 4.5-inch strip. Let's see here. This is really so cute, because you can use these, you know, once you know that you can make a shamrock out of hearts, you can put them on your windows. You can really decorate and have some fun with all the little shamrocks. So here's our little shamrock, and it needs a stem. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, there's lots of places in here. I just cut it wider at the bottom and come up to a little, you know, to a small point, and that makes our shamrock stem. And I just peel that off of there. And we're going to set that down right there. We'll put a heart over on the top of that to help keep it all in place. And there's our little shamrock right there. Isn't that adorable? So then you just take your iron, and you're just going to, once you get them positioned, you're just going to set that iron down on there and just hold it for a minute so that it sticks itself really good to the white. You don't want to move your iron back and forth because you don't want those pieces to slide. And so then when you take it off, it is on there really good. And then on mine, I just stitched around the outside edges of them to make sure that they would stay on. You can do any kind of decorative stitch or just stitch right along the edges. Either way works. And it just makes a really fast, fun shamrock. So we hope you enjoyed this tutorial from the Missouri Star Quilt Company. Morning to ya, laddies and lassies. No, just kidding.